Hey, can everyone hear me? Okay, great. Stephen, can you hear me, Stephen? I don't see you. I see you in the chat, but I don't see you to get you on screen here. Stephen, can you hear me? Okay. Stephen, can you log off and then come back in because I can't get you on screen. Like it doesn't give me the option. Okay, sounds good. Petal, can you see me now? This is the first time that we're doing an extended session. Can you hear me, Petal? Okay, okay. So this is the first time that we're doing an extended broadcast. Okay, that might just be my, it might just be my, oh, it has that, okay, I see what you're saying. How about now, guys? No visual? All right. It might just be my connection, but all right, here we got Stephen on. Yay, he's gonna finish the story. Hey.
I'm sloshed now.
That worked out, but people can't see me, but it's okay. I think it's my connection.
I can see you.
Oh, you can now. Okay.
Hi, Petal.
Hey, Petal.
Nice to see you. That's right, Nick. All right.
That's right.
All right. So, where were we?
You were talking about 10 years ago when you lost everything.
Okay, so all I really wanted to do was spiritual workout in the world. My inspiration kept saying, that's your thing. Just do that. And I was saying, well, I need a little support here, people. I got nothing. I mean, literally homeless, penniless, the whole flipping ridiculous thing. And lots of fits and starts along the way. Is anybody hearing me? Because now, Delilah, you're all
frozen. I can hear you. I can. Okay. You're clear. We can see you. I'm just the one that's bugging out. I don't know what's going on with my connection, but you're good.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so fits and starts. You know, scraping together some resources for somebody who says, "Yeah, okay, I'll put this website together for you." Because all I wanted to do was have a membership website where people come and do exactly what you guys are doing now. Subscribe by the month, attend those classes. 10 years ago, in my mind, we were going to do the classes the way we're doing them now. That hasn't changed one iota in terms of the vision, the desire, the intention. But I had about 10 million reasons to quit and give up along the way. But that constant combination of listening to inspiration, keeping my eye on the ball, as we talk about all the time, in spite of, you know, first it was a few days, then it was a few weeks, then it was a few months, and already at a few months, I'm like, wait, this is going on way, way longer than it needs to. This is not complicated. This is not a hard thing I'm asking to create. It already exists in the world, and can we just do this? And it wasn't happening, and it wasn't happening, and it wasn't happening, and it wasn't happening, and it wasn't happening. You get the idea. So somewhere along the way, I finally said, this was about 3 years ago-ish. I said, that's it. I don't have enough. I don't have enough resources to keep all these balls in the air and make this work. Like there's no momentum. And somewhere along in the process, okay, so there's a whole other piece that was going on, was the losing of everything, the going from being a mature, hyper-responsible, reasonably successful, financially comfortable human to nothing. The nothing was back to where my family of origin, being born into a family just steeped in lack and limitation and nothingness and all the things many of us have talked about in here. So all I'm doing every minute of every day, what beliefs do I have that could possibly create this experience? Well, here they all are, but they were dormant for 30 years. They were not, that was not the life I was living. I had crawled out of it once already, and now I felt like I had to crawl out of it again, but I was really pissed. And I also was the spiritual workout guy. I'm like, I'm the guy that has all the tools to get out of situations like this. So here we are all these years later. So a few years ago, I finally, because I've done the online thing before in a couple of different formats. But like I say, fits and starts. And then I parked it all in the garage, as it were. And I said, when the time is right, because apparently it's not happening on my timetable, I'm very well practiced in letting go of when, letting go of when, letting go of when, letting go of when. And then one day, my friend Delilah and I were talking, and she asked me specifically about Patreon, if I knew about it. I said, why are you asking? Well, I think maybe it would be good for you. And I, of course, had already been down that road. And I said flat out, I said, I'm ready to go. I've been ready to go for years. I said, but until I have the right kind of support or somebody to produce it for me, I'm not going to do it, because that part was killing me. It was really sucking the vital essences from my being. And Delilah and I had already been friends and talked about this stuff all the time. She knew very well where I was in my life, and we never ever once talked about being business partners. I mean, we had a couple little things, of overlap, and I helped her with one or two things, and she helped me with one or two things from the marketing side along the way. But right, Delilah, that was it. I was never thinking that we would, and then she's like, well, maybe I'll produce it. I said, all right, let's go. And so here we are. And that's it. So intentions matter. And focusing on the intent and doing everything we talked about. It's like you got to, like what I was just saying with Kathy, in spite of what's going on, you got to just keep your eye on the ball of what you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have. It's not terribly complicated, but we have all these reasons for why we can't do it. And all I'm saying is, okay, that's fine, but you can still do it. You can still be, do, or have whatever you want. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter anything, and especially on the money thing, I didn't hustle at all. That was part of, and I'll share way more about that in the coming weeks and months. My inspiration wouldn't let me do it. I was, Kobe Lynn, you can imagine,
I'm a witness. I'm a witness to
it. Well, I was a witness to all of it. As somebody who's here to create an online business, I was inundated daily for months and years with all the how to do it. Just do my program and you'll go from 0 people to 10,000 overnight, all that kind of stuff. And I couldn't, I'm playing with the dog here. I couldn't do any of it. Or I'd sit in the webinar, or I'd go to the workshop, or I'd be like, I just can't. And I've been home free for quite some time. And my business is coming into fruition. It is coming into reality. It already is. And it's not because of anything I did. I ultimately, utterly, completely let go of when that was killing me. Because if something would have happened 10 years ago, I wouldn't have had to, right? And I totally let go of how. And I continued to listen to inspiration. As a time, there was a moment in this whole journey where I did give it up. I'm like, okay, the one thing that I think I have, spiritual workout, the one thing I'm here to do, universe, and you're going to take that too. So that then I literally have nothing. Okay, there we go. And I gave it up, and it was like that archetypal naked before God. I have nothing else, just, and all that happened was it came back. But it didn't come back in a big giant way that said, here it is, and here are your 2 million followers, but did provide for my needs.
Oh, you did provide for your needs.
Well,
yeah.
I'm still here. So my needs ultimately were met, but there were lots of times that was not, that it didn't necessarily look like that would be the case. So a lot of sub-intentions along the way. I sleep in a warm, comfortable bed every night. I am well fed. I'm strong and healthy. I'm, a lot of these other things, but zero hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Zero. All right. How do we get off on that?
Because Kobe Lynn asked.
Thank you, Kobe Lynn.
And I know a lot of people are dying to know. Yeah.
I'm happy to share, and it's coming. It's coming. Now that we've got, thank you all. Thank you very much. Because it's really true that there's nothing that comes out of my mouth in any of our drop-ins or clinics that I haven't done myself a million times. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I'm a witness.
And so as time goes on, I'm very happy to share more and more of that, especially if it's helping you guys, because I want to live in a world where people are intentional. I want to live in a world where people are fulfilled and happy and loving each other. And if spiritual workout is a thing that can help somebody be that in the world, then that's just a very selfish thing for me. That's what's in it for me. I just want to live in a world where I'm not the only one thinking and doing certain things. And I know that's true for all of you guys. So more of that to come for sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen. Thanks for asking, Kobe Lynn. All right. So anyone
Nick?
else who'd like to turn writing resolutions into a shiny, clear intention, use your, okay, so send you an invite right now. Okay. Oh, wait, Petal. Let's get Petal before.
Okay. We'll
She
get
has
Petal
a
then.
resolution. Okay, sending you an invite, Petal.
And I'm happy for you guys to ask me any questions anytime about my own experience.
So you don't have the camera on, Petal, but that's okay. You have audio.
Oh, why does this keep happening to me?
Did you update your phone?
Yeah, I did.
Maybe the firewalls or pop-up blockers?
I don't know. I'll have to.
We don't get to see Petal.
Figure it out.
Yeah. We'll go over it offline, but you have we can hear you.
Cool.
Hi, Petal.
Hi, Stephen. Happy SHMEZOLUTIONS Day.
Thank you very much. The same to you. Oh, and just a quick little side note, fun fact. This is the first online resolutions, SHMEZOLUTIONS. The other ones have been in person.
Oh, cool.
There's that. All right. What would you like to talk about?
So I actually have 2 SHMEZOLUTIONs. One of them, my first SHMEZOLUTION that I was planning to come with is like health and weight loss.
Okay.
So I haven't really started working on the intention, but it's more like about just becoming stronger and healthier and more energetic.
Okay.
So
And there's
can
another
we
one.
start with that? Yeah, the other one is that I actually last night I had a very serendipitous experience the other day, similar to yours and Delilah's, where I called my friend who works in like she works basically in kind of like construction, and that's like an adjacent profession to what I do as a muralist because it's kind of like along the same lines as painting and stuff. So so I was asking her, she has a business, and I was asking her if she was planning to do a certain service with that business, um, because a mutual loved one of ours was asking like for some things to be done in the community. And so I just thought of her and I called her, and then she was like, oh my God, I was talking to my daughter about this, and we've been wanting to add this onto the business, but they basically don't have the time between the two of them to do it. And so we sat down and had a meeting, and we decided we're going to pursue it together. And I'm super excited about it. It's like everybody's energy was on the same frequency, and like everybody's like really, really, committed and very hardworking and dedicated and like reliable. So, and it's like family. It's like people that that I grew up with, and so it's like my friend and her daughter, and so it's really beautiful for me to see my friend, building this legacy like for her daughters basically, and to be a part of that. And so I already have, introduced them to this work, and I actually invited them, but I think it was a little early for people on the West Coast right now. So anyway, so I just wanted to kind of figure out, number one, how to word my, how to start on the health SHMEZolution, and then how to approach the team, or I mean, I kind of have the info from what you told me last time, but like some good ways to start off, like ideas for intentions for building our business and building our partnerships. So maybe you could share some of what you guys um, did when you started building this in terms of like setting your intentions together or something along those lines.
All right. All right. First of all, Petal, I love you for jumping on the SHMEZOLUTION bandwagon. Thank you. All it takes is one to keep me going.
That's right. Well, I love you too, Stephen. SHMEZolution bandwagon and beyond.
Thank you. All right. So health and weight loss, stronger and healthier. I think we did one of these earlier. So it really is about just how do you want, what is that? Why do you want to be stronger and healthier?
So I can run up a mountain, swim.
And
So I can just do any kind of more strenuous physical activity than I can now, I guess.
okay, so that's beautiful. And we're, this is not news to you that oftentimes we start to think and talk about the intention of the intention. So where I would go with this is, some version, and we're verbally sketching here, right? Some version of, and you've heard this language tonight a lot too, I'm living a whole new life. I have so much energy. Have a whole new relationship with my body. If I want to run up a mountain, I can run up the mountain. I swim and I exercise in ways that are just fun and organic and natural, and it's easy. And I've never felt so in my body. I've never felt so strong. Does this start to sound like where you would want to be?
I'm like stretching while you're saying this. I'm like, feeling that.
And I should have started with this, but the whole method to the madness of that little rant was to get out of and transcend any potentially negative thoughts and ideas about, oh, I got to lose weight. I've got to get in better shape, which tend to be kind of resolution-y kind of ideas.
I think there's like residue of that, but that's not really in my mind. It's more just like wanting to maximize and just, really be as strong and healthy as possible. And honestly, I've thought of this like, I guess I just thought of this post holidays, from eating a lot. And then I just really put it into practice. So I'm not really waiting for New Year's to start it or anything. I just kind of feel like I want to, that it's like more important than maybe I'm even like giving credit to, because it's like this aspect of self-care and everything. And I feel like I've kind of like, been really good about keeping myself within like a particular range of like weight and health, but I want to like go further than that. And so I need kind of like some self-motivating factors to help.
I, I've gone further than I've ever gone with my health, with my relationship with my body, with how I feel all the time, with the energy that I have. You're already mostly there. We're just helping to smooth it out a little bit, refine it a little bit. But it really, again, it's really the intention of the intention. And then just getting more and more comfortable by practicing all the time, just thinking that way and talking that way like we do with any intention.
Cool.
That sort of get you there?
Yeah, I'll come back and listen to this again and write down a few things if I don't remember. Salud.
Okay, now let's go to the team project. It's a little bit, because I don't have the other people here, we can just talk generally what we do. And I think we've talked about this a little bit, and I'm happy to continue. So setting an intention with 2 or more people, whether it's business partners, romantic couple, a team within a company itself, when 2 or more are gathered, the process is really no different. But what I would do, if I were you in the beginning, is have everybody kind of start in their own corners, and before a meeting, do sort of what we do with our worksheet, right? To just start to really, each person, and I do this with couples all the time. Oftentimes the couples are each kind of creating their own intention and then coming together and marrying, as it were. Marrying the 2 together. So one thing that might be a really good way, for you guys to go, especially since you are creating something new and different. With Delilah and me, it was a little different because it's like, okay, you're jumping onto my vision. I mean, obviously as we go and she has contributions and we do that, but we weren't creating a vision together in this particular case, right, Delilah?
Right.
Yeah.
But it was. I guess it may have been sort of a subvision in the Patreon and this.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, the main thing, spiritual workout, what it is, and And then Delilah's like, well, and here are ways that we can do that, and here's what I can do, here's what I will do. And then for sure, it augments.
I'll send you an intention setting guide, Alicia.
Yeah, Alicia will. It's.
Yeah, you got to get the word.
So does that make sense for you, Petal, at the moment?
It does. And this is what you told me to do last time when I was
did?
embarking on this. Yes, you told me the same thing. I love when I'm
consistent.
I love that too. And I remember I told you guys that I took the intentions like concept and shared it and told folks if they wanted to take this further step, and like if they wanted to take the further step and all of us at least, get together and talk to you either online or however, then that they would need to, just write the intentions out and put some work into them. And so that's still in progress.
Good.
But that's kind of a vision that's like really grand, that's being built, as to where the vision for the business that I have, that I'm embarking on with my friends in the other group is much more clear, because, it's like, it's kind of like there's already existing models And what I'm doing with my friends or my people in the community group is a little more experimental. So I understand why it's taking longer, but just introducing people to the concept of intentions, which, like you said, we're not taught in school, and I was never introduced to on this level of depth before. It's really like mind opening, and it seems to resonate very well with everyone. So I'm excited to see the spiritual workout grow and grow and become like a household name.
Thank you. Thank you. What was I going to say? So tell me, let's jump ahead to this partnership flourishes. You have workout in the community that people can see and respond to. Can you talk from that place?
Yes.
Please
Yes,
do.
I can. Okay. So when we decided to open this business a year ago, the community in the neighborhood, the community was really displeased with the way the neighborhood was looking. And as community members and stakeholders and like artists and builders, we were wondering what could we do about this. And so we came together and created some programming so that we could actually provide training to local community members who are interested, so that because right now we're battling gentrification, so that we've been able to employ a lot of people in the community, and we've been able to improve the way that the community looks, improve the neighborhood, improve morale about it. And we actually have like a organic example of community empowerment and neighborhood improvement projects that have been brought together successfully. And it's really amazing because we've built, we utilize relationships that we've built over decades in order to bring the right team together. And we're really seeing a lot of action in the community, and the neighborhood looks great. Things, just look better, and people feel like they're getting to participate in that, and they feel good about about the progress, and it's more inclusive. So it's like making people feel like it's taking away this negative feeling of when people see things kind of being improved in the neighborhood, that it's like means they're going to get pushed out.
Right.
So yeah, it's great. And it's a very basic like work, and it's just, yeah, everyone belongs and everybody eats and everybody's winning. And it's like really exciting to see organic community advancement happening without displacement. So, and it's fun to operate, these different machines and like kind of learn this whole other level of painting and, construction type of work, because I'm really fascinated with that stuff.
That's awesome. I love it. I'm going to say one thing. Only one little alarm went off in all of what you shared. So we're being intentional with our language. What's a different way to say battling gentrification?
Positive way to say that could be like
Bum, 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 bum.
we're battling. Yeah, I like that. Maintaining neighborhood culture, maintaining neighborhood ownership, and we're placekeeping. That's one of the things we're doing. We're doing placekeeping. But yeah, I really like that, Christina.
Yeah, so what I'm suggesting is, just all the time when you're working with people and you start to hear some of these phrases that we're so accustomed to saying, you always will have opportunities to do exactly this. There's a little phrase that we use all the time, And by using it all the time and remembering this little bugger,
Mm-hmm.
you know, how else can we say it? And the fact, Petal, that it didn't just come to you immediately, that's almost always the case. You know, it's like, oh, God, we really have to think about it. That's how unpracticed we are at the language of co-creation, at the language of consciousness, right? And it's okay. But this is an opportunity to just start changing it. So I can imagine as you're having, you know, little one-on-one conversations in the midst of all the projects and meeting with the team, the more you hear some of these phrases, the more that you can turn that around. And especially when you're part of the team and you're not the only one trying to make this change. It's just another little piece of the whole thing. And yet not so little.
Well, thank you for pointing that out. And I'm going to figure out a cool alternative to that phrase.
Can't wait to hear.
Battling gentrification. And then I also realized that part of this intention is that this is a really lucrative business and we're making a lot of money and we're putting a lot of people to work and they're also making great money. And so, yeah, that's part of it. We're winning, winning, winning. And we're like becoming philanthropists because we're making so much money.
Love it.
Cheers.
Cheers to that, my friend.
Salud.
Salud.
Salud. Thank you, Petal. Happy New Year. We'll probably talk beforehand, but you know.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. I forgot I was still on the speaker because I'm not on the video.
Right.
Happy New Year to everyone. I'm so excited for 2020. Happy New Year, doggy.
Is that the dog that was making all that commotion?
One of them.
One of them. Really cute. All right. So I thank you, Petal. And thank you everyone for sharing all of these SHMEZOLUTIONs, turning them into these shiny, clear intentions. We've just had such a variety here, and it's so great to have all this variety and all this, you know, the more the merrier is like what we said.
Exactly. Is Nick coming back?
Yeah, Nick. I'm gonna send Christina the invite, right, Christina? Yes. And then Nick will be answering. Okay, accepting and connecting.
This is a marathon. We've never gone this long, have we?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, Alicia.
Okay, yeah.
Bring it.
Absolutely. All right, let's see.
Until this is empty.
Okay, there you are.
You're on.
Now we get to see.
You're good.
All right. Can you hear me?
And I can see you and I can hear you.
Perfect. All right. Well, I had another resolution, but it was around self-care, which a couple other people had addressed. So I think I'll put that one in the background because I got some good information out of those.
Okay, good.
But one thing I had been thinking about was creating I don't know if could be a resolution, but more so an intention around retirement. So, and to kind of start formulating, because I mean, my retirement's probably like
2 minutes away.
Oh yeah, hopefully like maybe 15-ish to 20 years or so, but to start formulating something now to enable all of the things that I want to both achieve and be capable of at that time. So I guess like creating a foundation to say, when I do decide to enter retirement, that I have the abundance to support the things that I love to do without the necessity to have a formal job that requires me to work X amount of time a week, to where I'm now enabled to do the things that I love doing with no time constraints, with no necessity that's driving having the the means to keep earning to be supported, but enabling myself to be supported. So at that time, it's just boat drinks and sitting on a beach.
All right, this is easy
Perfect. Easy is good.
because so much of what you're talking about or what you mentioned in all of that, we're just going to forget about. So
Okay.
you're going to forget about,
Hold on. Let me just, this will help.
yeah.
On the way.
Yeah. So we're not going to think about what year you're going to retire.
Mhm.
Because if you could retire today because you had the financial means to do so, would you? And does
Probably.
huh? Yeah.
Probably. And
Yeah.
then just
So
chase
just
after
like,
different passions.
so what we're doing here is exactly what Christina was talking about earlier, where it's like, well, when I start thinking about all of this, about the work and the house, all she has to do is snap into her intention for her financial life. And then she doesn't have to think about how.
Mhm.
So let's encourage you to snap right into your retirement life. There's no reason. And I trust that word retirement has to do with when the day comes where you don't have to go to a job anymore.
Yes. Well, essentially where I have enough means to support myself and family, whatever obligations indefinitely, and I don't need to go to a place 60 hours a week.
Yeah. So we're not even going to talk about 60 hours a week because that's negative and it's a downer and that's not what you want. So it really is. We are just skipping right to the end here as though you are quote unquote retired, right? So, I mean, this is easy. This is easy. This is like all the entrepreneurs that we work with here. And the first thing that I'm harping on any entrepreneur and artist, as they all will tell you, is separating out financial intention from work intent, right? So you can be freed up to cultivate
Sure.
each and to not limit, right? So for you, it's really kind of the same idea. I'm quote unquote retired. I don't know why I keep putting it in quotes because it seems like for some reason you and the idea of retirement just is not connecting in my being. But it's really about, Nick, just skipping right to it. It's like you don't have to worry about when that's going to happen. That's not your job.
Sure.
Anyway. And how. So it's just like, wow, I have all the money I need all day, every day to do whatever I want to do. It's here. It is. And here are all the things I'm doing. And here are all the ways it feels to be doing them. I mean, it really is just skipping right to that.
Sure.
You know?
Would this be then its own standalone intention, or would this be like a sub-intention of a financial intention?
It kind of feels like it could be, and you'll tell me, this is where you might want to play around with it and see. It might just be an overarching financial intention that, like I say, whatever the language is, but just like for me, it's just, I just have all the money I need and want to do all I need and want to do today and every day.
Fair enough. It sounds like then for me, I just want to then roll this in as part of my overall financial intention, because I mean, I don't want to put any time constraints, anything like that. But if for some reason the financial means came to me tomorrow and it was like, hey, here it is, to be like, fuck yeah. I'm not going to wait 15 years. Perfect.
Exactly.
This is awesome.
So the intention is like that. The intention puts you in that space right now tonight and says, wow, I'm when somebody comes and says, hey, Nick, what do you do? It's like, I manage my money. I do whatever I want to do. What do you do? It depends what day it is. Depends how I feel when I wake up.
Awesome.
And so, yeah, just skip. And again, all due respect to all the bullshit, that we've learned along the way about timetables and working for somebody and doing all that. That's fine. It's just sort of over. or
Sure.
it's going to be over. And so it's not over for you today, but you want it to be over. So just start thinking about what's next and start moving into that intention and embodying that intention. And again, just letting go of figuring it out today, exactly when it's going to happen and how. Because
Right on.
job, not your job.
And then it'll be a good segue to my ukulele profession.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, I appreciate that. I also have a question.
Sure.
So you can't set intentions for other people,
Correct.
but there's people in my life that I want the best to happen and they're going through hard times. Are there things that I can do besides, I mean, introducing them to this, which I think that some of these individuals may, it's probably out of their comfort zone, that they would be like, well, no, that's not going to help this, that, or the other thing. But ways that I can either create or facilitate energy, abundance, positivity, things flowing to another person.
That's called prayer,
Okay.
right? So why do sometimes prayers work and sometimes they don't? Because the person receiving the prayer has to receive it.
Sure.
So what can you do to help? You can first and foremost, if we're being compassionate, so we're stretching into spiritual workout a little bit. If we're being compassionate, then the first thing that we do is ask what they want or ask what they need.
Sure.
So again, this is relationship dependent. I don't know who we're talking about. I don't know if that's comfortable or not, or if that's a place to go. But if it is, you can say, hey, we're friends. I love you. I care about you. I see that you're whatever. We're taught, I don't know the details, obviously, but
Sure.
what can I do? Is there anything I can do specifically for you today, next week, next month? Do you want to talk? Do you want me to never bring this up? Do you want me to pray for you? Do you want me to, right? So
Sure.
anything that isn't asked for in this regard is going to come across as judgment.
Sure.
So,
well, let me add some context because that may help. So yeah, because I mean, it's very broad right now. So my sister has some unknown blood condition where the iron in her body is like depleted every month to 2 months. So she has to go get iron infusions, and she's been to, I don't know, 20 different doctors about finding remediation for this. And somebody will suggest something, somebody suggests something else, and like nothing ultimately has been working. So she's in this kind of rinse repeat pattern where she has to go get iron infusions because her blood doesn't have enough iron in it, that she's fatigued all the time, and all of these other medical things that are now happening. And like, I was just there for the Christmas holiday. So I was there last week, and she had to go get a treatment the Friday. I was there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, left at like 5 a.m. Friday, but she had to go to a treatment. So she's like at her wit's end because she keeps going to these doctors that aren't or that haven't been able to find a solution. And like what you've suggested, to like ask what I can do, and I have, and I'm like, what do you need? What can I do? And she's just like, I need there to be something to help me because this is the situation I'm in. So I'm just trying to figure out ways, because I don't know if it's like, well, it's prayer, but it's intent, or not intention, but energy, like sending out positive vibes, things like that, to help enable a positive outcome. And I'm just trying to think of ways that outside of the box that I could be supportive of what she's going through.
Thank you for further explanation, because I think probably one of the best gifts you could give her, if she can receive it, is helping her do what we're doing here, which is to, in spite of what is, start to think and focus upon what's desired. I don't know how it happened, but I'm done with this problem. You know,
Sure.
exactly the kind of, it's an intention to be strong and healthy, to feel good, to, you know, all those things. Because and I think you've heard me say this before, I've done a lot of work, and I do a lot of work with people with serious medical conditions, because mind and body are connected, and there's everything you're doing with the doctor medically and whatever, or however the treatments are and all that. But there's also how you're thinking about it every day. What's it like when you're in bed at night, lying awake? What are you thinking about? What are you feeling? Because even right then and there, you are creating, right? So if there's room and space for her to learn what we're talking about doing here, and just to be clear-minded about what she's intending for herself, you know, that feels to me like something to offer.
Okay, cool. I took a note about that, and I will, next time I talk with her, bring it up and see, and try to ease in and see how she feels about that, and maybe get her to come to one of the, like, your 15-minute sessions, something like that, just to kind of talk and kind of
session like you did one time. We could do that, you know, just to give a, you know, whether it's through spiritual workout or wherever. I mean, it doesn't, you can find this information anywhere.
Sure.
But, you know, that would be my recommendation for anybody who's dealing with any kind of stuff like that, you know, because there's what you have to deal with in the present moment, and then there's what you want. And usually in those situations, what's wanted gets short shrift, if it gets any.
Sure.
Even goes on about it in that one spiritual workout warm up, accepting what is and wanting something else. And that's on YouTube. I'll put on all the links for everyone. But yes, prayers to your sister, good vibes, positive vibes.
Appreciate it.
The other thing you can do, because everything is energy, right? So for you, Nick, to just hold a vision of her in perfect health, that's a form of prayer as well, right? It's like, as far as you're concerned, this is done. It's healed. It's easier for you to do that than for her at this moment, right? But that's another thing that you can, again, if she's in a space to be able to receive it, it'll always help.
Cool. Fantastic. Well, definitely appreciate coming on for the second time. And now that there's video,
it was even better because we got to actually see you. So
yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Happy New Year, my friend.
And I'm so glad that we had an extended session that worked. Woohoo!
All right.
All right. Bye, Nick. Bye, Christina.
Here's to Nick's sisters. Good health. Oh, look, they're together.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
Love that. Bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year. Okay. Next up is Alicia.
I think this would be fun if I did this with alcohol next year.
Ooh.
You better get your questions in early, people. He loses it.
Sending you an invite, Alicia. Yeah, I don't know, Stephen. You might end up curve swerving on screen.
I might lose everything I've built.
Exactly.
Alicia, round two.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
How are you enjoying your first resolutions, SHMEZOLUTIONs?
It's great. It's fun. I have seen a couple comments, but yeah, this is fun. I could do this all night. It's just so fun to see what other people like bring to surface and where that resonates in you. And you're like, oh yeah, I don't know. It's just really fun.
Yeah.
So,
thanks for bringing people today as well.
Yeah. Well, it's fun.
So what's up next on the hit parade?
Okay, so I want to get more clear, or I am getting more and more clear around my blog, why I'm doing it, and what I want to do with it. And one of the reasons I want to, I don't know where to begin here. So my blog started, it's writing how I've healed myself over the past 6 years, like the rebirth of me. And I think I started it with like, I wanted to prove to everybody that I've done a lot of healing. which now I'm like, wow, that was a weird intention to start with, but that's where I was. And now I'm like,
Well,
tired.
excuse me
Go.
just a second, but
Okay.
was that so that you would have some degree of credibility for what you were wanting to do?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so there, yeah. But the more I've written about like the past of the 6 years and what led up to like me needing to heal, like it's just dredged up so much stuff for me, which is good because it's caused me to revisit some of the things that I thought were healed, to heal it at a deeper level. But now at this point, I just kind of feel like I'm tired about talking about the past. Like I've said enough. I feel like I've said enough. And I just want to talk more in my blog about how currently, how we all need how we all need to heal constantly, how we all need to grow, we need to expand, you know, exactly what you're doing. Like you're saying, what I'm saying to you guys is what I do every day for myself. Like this is an ongoing, intentional way we want to live our life, more meaningful and purposeful and with intention. And that's kind of where I want to take my blog. And so my next blog that I'm about to write now is I wanted to write about my experience with spiritual workout 2 weeks ago, if that's when it was, where I came and I tapped because I was mad and angry and hurt by my dad. And we got done tapping and I felt better. And then you said, and by the way, it's not about your dad. And dropped the call. That was perfect. Yes. And then I went in and I'm like, oh my God, it's not about my dad. It's about me recognizing the blame and victimization thing that I've known for so long. And it's time to release that and heal who and what I am today and how I can show up. And so that's what my blog's going to be about. So one, I want to get on and say, how would you like me to say, like I was on Spiritual Workout with Stephen, and just reference that in my blog? One, I want to know how you'd like me to say that, because I do want to put Spiritual Workout. And two, like from this point on, just I want to write a clear, shining intention for my blog.
Okay, so let's go with that first, and that's fantastic. It's lovely, and I will say also, well, we'll come back to that. So the blog, and I like what you're saying. Like whatever you were doing before, there's nothing wrong or bad about it. You just have a new intention for it now, and that's what we're going to start to talk about. So when you make this shift in what you're writing about, and what you are communicating is landing, in other words, those people who are reading it are understanding what you're saying. Where are you then? How would you talk to us then about this blog you have? And I'm going past just this one entry, right? And looking at the thing in total. Do you have a sense of that?
One, everybody can always go and look at any of my past blogs.
Right.
And so I think I will just, I honestly don't even feel like it's going to continue to be a blog. I feel like I want to more move into a vlog. Like writing's painful for me. It's not joyous. And I'm like, why am I writing a blog if it doesn't bring me joy to write? But everybody's like, oh, I love your writing. Oh, when you wrote that, you know, I get a lot of good feedback, but I'm like, but it's not fun for me. Like, I'm happy to get the information out and I'm happy to share the things I have. But I think what's going to happen is a vlog and I'm just going to share a message.
Okay. So sharing a message, what's it like for you when you do that and it lands, and let's say it happens, whether it's a vlog, a blog, or something else.
Okay.
The idea being that you share something of yourself, of your own experience. and in a way with the intention of connecting with people and helping people to heal, right?
Yes.
So now talk to us about what it's like to be you in the center of that dynamic.
Yeah, the attention. I'm in the center of the dynamic. You saying that. That makes me feel squeamish. I'm like,
Squeamish,
ew.
like nervous, excited, squeamish, or
Um,
run from the room, screaming, squeamish, or
yeah, run from the room screaming. Everybody's looking at me. That's
So-
interesting.
so you're not doing this so that everyone will look at you.
No.
You're doing this so you're the center of it, meaning because of something that you have offered, you set in motion a series of reactions, right? Oh, I read your piece. I saw your video. I'm so glad you shared that. I understand what you're saying. It's really helping me to see what I need to do next and how I can heal myself. Thank you, Alicia, for doing this. Please keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
How is that for you? What's that like? How would you tell somebody else what just happened?
It is twofold, and I think that's the problem here. Is there's some confusion going on inside of me. So there's a part of me that's like, I can own it, and I'm glad I talked about it, and I'm glad it helped. And then there's a part of me like that I want to go run and hide.
Because what's the run and hide part?
I think that I'll have to level up and like, yeah. I'm afraid. I don't know what that looks like, so I'm kind of afraid of it.
Okay. So from an intention standpoint, we're not going to give the fear any attention.
Okay.
Because it just keeps us stuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we take fear out of it, is it a fear? Is it the vulnerability thing? It's like, oh my God, if I'm going to talk in the world about health and healing, then, and put my own experiences out there, then, oh my God, what will I be responsible for next?
Yeah, it's that.
So that that word responsible didn't just come up with you, it comes up with everybody who's doing some version of this, which is, why am I stuck? Why am I not going full steam ahead? Why am I not? Well, what's my resistance? Well, because I don't know what's up there. I don't know what's at that next level. I don't know what will be expected of me. I don't know what I'll be responsible for. And so I'll just stay down here. So that dynamic, as wonderful and special as you are, it's a very common dynamic for people in our positions, right? So if we leave the fear out of it, because there's no way for you to do what you want to do without doing what we're talking about doing.
Yeah.
And that's what I get
And
it.
then I take a little step and then like,
yeah. So let me play around, as I've been doing all night long, with what I imagine, with where I imagine you might want to find yourself. Again, some version of, I don't know how I got here, but I'm being seen in the world as exactly what I was hoping. I'm seen as a healer. I have transcended my resistance to being vulnerable. Not because it's fun being vulnerable, but because I can't do what I want to do without it. And mastering vulnerability is something I wasn't sure I could do. I wasn't sure I was willing to do. But I've done it. and I'm willing to do it because of the impact that it's having. In other words, I am here for a reason. I am compelled to be a conduit for health and healing. And I am choosing to master vulnerability so that I can do it. And because it's so hard and it's such a challenge, it has become my project. In other words, it's not about blogging or vlogging so much as it is about my willingness to be vulnerable. And that must be a key reason why I'm even in this space. Is that anywhere near?
It's exactly dead on. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So the intention is to be friends with vulnerability, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Because that's a thread that's going to follow you, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to do this kind of work, you could go work at FedEx in the factory and not have to be all that vulnerable. But you're making a different choice, and it's coming from your heart. I know that.
Yeah.
And so spiritual being, human experience, I'm in the right place. Oh, this part's really, really hard. Well, that must be why I'm here, or at least one of the reasons why.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to you now then to say my intention, my SHMEZOLUTION is to make friends with vulnerability?
Right now, like seeing all that and seeing what was holding me back and limiting me and hearing how you talked about it, now it makes me want to like run after it like a freight train.
That is evidence then of pure alignment. When we say align with the intention and listen to inspiration, alignment first, frequency first, and then all that inspiration, oh my God, I can't wait to do it. That's
what's happening right now. I'm like containing it. I'm really like,
oh, don't let us hold you back. Go, go, go.
I'm like, this is so exciting. Okay.
That's it, people. This is it. What Alicia just is feeling and experiencing, and we're watching her and feeling it with her, that is alignment. When we talk about frequency first, when we talk about alignment, when we say alignment with intention and listen for the inspired action, then you really want to do this stuff. And maybe it'll be a blog, and maybe it'll be a vlog, and maybe it'll be something that's going to be invented tomorrow. It doesn't matter. The how is not the issue.
Yeah.
A one-woman play on Broadway.
There you go.
So here's to being
Mastering vulnerability.
vulnerability.
Being front.
Ooh. I don't know where my water is. Okay.
One for both of us.
So, what else you got?
Who, me? Well, how do you want me to say my experience of spiritual workout, reference your full name?
I want you to say it however it comes out for you. Honestly,
Okay.
you can't make a mistake. It's an honor off the bat, and yeah.
Well, vulnerability is being honest and what it looked like, and I wouldn't have gotten to those things, or maybe I would have in a lot longer time period if it weren't for showing up for this. So it's like my gratitude for showing up to this, and my gratitude for those that have made it possible for me to show up. So,
And thank you for that. And I want to say one more thing, and I'm glad you're here, Alicia, and we can even do this in public, because Alicia was talking earlier about one time she was on, and we hadn't worked together all that much.
no.
So that, in other words, we don't know each other, right?
Yeah.
We were just doing it. And, you know, a big part of everything we're talking about is listening to inspiration and blah, 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 blah. And so it felt to me in that moment with the "it's not about your father" thing, like I didn't even have a choice over that. That was like you pulled that through me. And this is where everybody, when we're walking around in life and being intentional and having a reasonably clear frequency, then we will be of use and value to the universe as serendipitous moments in other people's lives, you know? And sometimes it just goes that way. And sometimes it's a stranger smiling, you know, from another car in a traffic jam. And sometimes it's somebody that you meet and have actual conversations with. But I can say for sure from my end that that was, because part of me was like, do I really have to, like, she's done enough. Like, let's
You have
just,
to drop
and
the song.
it was truly not my choice. It was my choice to listen to inspiration and be like, here it comes, you know, and gotta go, see ya. So thank you for, you know, we're all playing parts in each other's lives all the time. The more clear that we are, like I say, the more available we are to the universe. You know, the universe doesn't really care how it happens,
Yeah.
you know, so.
This is just great. I just think if more and more people could find out about this, like this just dynamic of you get to just come be human and say, here's what I'm afraid of. And, you know, and things just come through and then we all get from each other. It's awesome.
Well,
it's awesome.
And it's because of people like you and your friends who invited you in, and now you're invited.
Yeah.
100% how it works. So
Yeah.
Again, in terms of my own intention, right? My intention is for this to be, my vision is that, you know, there are just hundreds and thousands of people all the time coming in, and a lot of times just listening and then raising their hand and coming on and giving us stuff to talk about, you know, and it's just going to keep going, and it's going the way it's going because of you guys. You know,
Yeah,
we have,
awesome.
It's
Well,
so
thanks
exciting.
Everybody who's made it possible.
Thank you, Alicia. Thanks for coming on again, because this was definitely a great addition to the night. Thank you. Happy New Year once again.
Happy New Year.
All right. If anyone new who hasn't come up would like to come up and share their SHMEZOLUTION, turn it into a shiny, clear intention, let us know now or forever hold your peace. Okay. I didn't actually set up another session, so.
I think we're good.
I thought 4 hours would be enough.
I think we're good.
4 hours would be enough, so I wouldn't have to cut you off at 4 hours. I know we said it indefinitely, like there was no end time, but there's a little bit of an end time now.
All right. Well, I just want to thank everybody again, really and truly.
Yeah.
This is a manifestation of one of my intentions. So thank you for being part of it.
Yeah,
the 4th
thank
annual,
you so
but
much.
the first online. So it's all
Yes.
thanks to all you guys. And mark your calendars for December 30th next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I wanted to add the Grow Fastest in community. Thank you all for hearing my call. Yes. Thank you everyone who shared, who came on screen and shared with us, newcomers, folks who've been with us since the beginning, or who've come along this whole year with us. Thank you so much for being here. This is, you know, like we said, the more the merrier. This is great, like momentum going into 2020 and beyond, new decade, according to the Western calendar. But we run on divine time, everyone. On divine time. I'm going to say a couple of things. Reminder that the recording, the replay you can catch will be done as soon as we're done here. It'll pop up automatically where you see Stephen and myself. So you can take a look at the replay almost immediately after we're done here. You can also take a look at it at a later time at your convenience by using the same link that you used to join this SHMEZOLUTIONS extravaganza. Intention setting extravaganza. And for folks who are not Spiritual Workout online subscribers, who are not patrons on our Patreon, Stephen Morrison Patreon page. If you're interested in experiencing spiritual workout in its fullest form online, you can do so by becoming a patron. Right here, the green button below Stephen and myself. It'll take you right to that Patreon page, and you can subscribe there.
But shouldn't they wait till the 1st?
Yes, definitely wait till the 1st, because that way you get the whole month. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like 11:12 up in here. Like well, this is like my time. I'm a nocturnal person. I'm a nocturnal being, but it's like 11:12. But yes, thank you. Wait, what's the thumbs down, Nick? Wrong hand. I was like, what happened?
He's like, no, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was like, what's the thumbs down now? But yes, if you are interested in experiencing more of what we've experienced in this intention setting extravaganza, you can become a patron on Patreon, Stephen Morrison Patreon account. It's right here, the green button below here, the screen will take you right there. Just so you know that there we can subscribe to take in all of our weekly classes. We have every week, starting next Monday, we have our spiritual workout weekly online drop-in. That's an hour and a half, starts promptly at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. There you can bring up any issue imaginable, and we work it out, capital O-U-T, in using the 15 spiritual workout concepts. Also, on Tuesdays, every Tuesday of the month, we have our weekly spiritual workout EFT tapping clinic. We didn't do any tapping here because this was the intention setting extravaganza. So that's our tapping clinic EFT. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I can't multitask right now. But that's where we use EFT to tap out any issue. It could be physical, emotional, any kind of issue that you may have. We can use some tap, or even the dump list for our intentions. And on Wednesday, every Wednesday, we have our intention setting clinic. So right where you saw us do here, we go much more in depth in our intention setting clinic. Both of those clinics, the EFT tapping clinic on Tuesday, Wednesday's intention setting clinic, they both are 60 minutes, and they each start at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. So we'd love for you guys to come on board, take advantage of all of that great stuff. I am going to be posting all of the links so that for anyone who wants to experience spiritual workout beyond our weekly drop-ins and clinics, you can check us out. Well, there's a Patreon thing. You can also check us out on YouTube. I have the link right in the chat. Any newcomers that would like to have a taste of the spiritual workout experience, you can have a one-on-one 18-minute free session. You can apply for that on the link right there in the chat area. I have it all there. You can also check out the spiritual workout website, our Twitter account, Instagram, which Christina has been doing a fabulous job. We're developing and building. So thank you so much. Any last words, Stephen?
Well, just the usual, just tremendous gratitude. We talk all the time about intention setting and where we are in the process. I'm way down here because of you guys and my own intention for this business. I look forward to more and more of us all the time. Thank you, Delilah, for showing up and playing your part in the movie of my life, and everything that you do here. Really, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, thank you for creating Spiritual Workout. I've been working, not only being your friend, but I've also been a spiritual workout practitioner. So it's been an amazing experience in my life. Has definitely been one of the most impactful things I've done in my life. So thank you so much, Stephen. And everyone, have a wonderful new year. We'll see you next year, next Monday, next year. Happy 2020 and beyond. Bye, everyone.
That's great, Linda.
Thanks,
to see
Linda.
you here. And welcome to everybody who we met just tonight. That's really fantastic. I hope to see you again. And Petal, thanks for stepping up to the SHMEZOLUTIONs.
Yeah, for reals.
Alicia,
Bye.
rock on.
Bye, everyone.